Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to install an aftermarket stereo, so let's get started. So alright guys, it's a very nice day out here, and through a little bit of movie magic we are back before I've ever even opened the package. So let's get it open and see what we've got here. So as you can see here, I have another Blaupunkt. This one is the Melbourne 120. See that we have the wiring. Tools. A very small remote and the instruction book. There's no CD mechanism, so there is no need to have a big unit. Sorry guys, this is the original Blaupunkt Charleston that came with my car that I'll be removing. It's a pretty good little radio, but it's time to just upgrade and move on to new things. And I thought it was fitting for it to play some 80s music as I pulled it out. Sorry guys, if you are removing the stock head unit, you're going to see 4 holes on the front here, 2 on each side, and I'll put a picture of the tool up on the screen now. So now that the stereo is out, I'll flip it around so that way we can have a good look at the harness here. And as you can see, this is where you'll be connecting your adapter. So alright guys, here is a look at the wiring harness. This brown wire here is of course the ground. This red wire with the blue trace next to it is the switched power, so whenever you stick the key in the ignition it turns the stereo on. This little red wire with the black trace here is for the illumination. Depending on the head unit, it will either turn the lights on or dim them at night. This next little red wire with a black tracer also is for power antennas and amplifiers or equalizers. And this last red wire with a white trace is for constant 12 volts. So this keeps memory of the radio, like your radio stations or your clock set. So here's a look at the factory speaker wires, and they are a bit odd looking. Keep in mind that if your wiring has been cut, that all the wires with brown traces are your negatives. Now I thought I would go through and tell you which speakers these wires connect to. First of all, we have this white plug here, and the white wires connect to your front left speaker. The black wires here connect to your right front speaker. Next, the red here connects to your right rear speaker. And the yellow connects to your left rear speaker. So I've got my adapter here, and now I'm ready to solder the wires to my connectors. that's going to do it. Now what I've got here is I had a little bit of sleeving left, and I just thought I would use it. So I have my speaker wires all soldered together now, and you can see that my joints are nice and neat. I'm going to go ahead and put the heat shrink on. Again, I have a sleeve that I'm going to put over it to protect the joints. So alright guys, I now have my speaker harness complete. For me at least, the white wires connect to the white, the green to the green, the violet to the violet, so on and so forth. However, the color coming from this side of the harness will depend on what unit you buy. And just keep that in mind, you may not get as lucky as I did. However, your adapter here should be the same. So I'll go ahead and take you through the adapter here. The silver wire is going to be for the right front speaker, the white for the left front, the green for the left rear, and the violet for the right rear. So alright, let's go install this harness in the car. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is connect the speaker wires. If you are using this adapter, you're going to connect yours the same exact way here. I thought we would start with the front left speaker, since both the car and the adapter use white as the color, and it just plugs together just like that. Next, we're going to connect the front right speaker, which is this black wire, and it connects to the silver on the adapter. Next, we're going red to violet, which is our right rear speakers. And finally, our left rear speakers are yellow to green. Next, I'll be connecting the power adapter, and something I noticed was these two red wires with black traces ran to this plug here. This plug is for a power antenna. However, one of these wires should be used for illumination of the radio at night. So what was happening was, whenever I switched on the radio with the stock head unit, it sent a 12 volt signal and it told the stereo to turn the lights on. Now that's fine with an old head unit where the lights can just run 24/7 and it's not going to really harm anything. However, these modern stereos with digital displays need to be really bright in the daytime and dimmed at night, or they can be blinding. So what I'm planning to do here is I've taken a pin to my adapter and I pushed the little spade out for the illumination, and as you can see, everything is still perfect. So it is completely reversible. All I have to do is take this and stick it back in if I ever desired. And I have a little spade terminal that I will be putting a wire on and running it to one of these lights in the dash. So alright guys, this is the final product. Again, if I ever want to reverse this, all I have to do is cut this heat shrink off and disconnect the spade terminal and plug the orange wire back into the socket here on the adapter, and it will clip right in place. Nothing has been harmed at all. It's 100% reversible, and here's the stock harness, of course, and nothing has been touched. So it's going to plug in just like this here. So the next thing I'm going to be installing are these RCA jacks, and rather than plugging into the back of the stereo directly, this unit has some cables that run out of it. Now I already have some preamp wires running to the back of the vehicle, so I thought I'd just go ahead and plug them in. So if I ever decide to hook up an amp or anything, I don't have to pull the radio back out. Alright, the first thing I want to do before I install this permanently is hook everything up just to make sure that it is all working. So alright, now that we verified that the stereo is working properly, I'll want to remove this trim piece around the outside of the stereo, and it should just pop off like so. Now you're going to notice these two slits on either side of the unit, and what they are for are these tools here, and one goes on each side, and when you push them down you'll see that it removes this sleeve here. Now you want to do it like this even while it's out of the car, because it verifies that you can remove the stereo later on. I have seen times where this tab here was misadjusted and you go back later to remove the stereo and you can't. So you just want to make sure that everything is working properly, and the only way to remove these little keys or these tools is to remove the sleeve and pick up on them like that, because when they lock in like that, they help you pull the radio out, sort of like the other tool that I was using. So what we're going to be doing with this sleeve here is sliding it into our console. We're then going to push up on two of the tabs on the top and two on the bottom, and that is going to lock this sleeve into place. Now all we'll have to do is take our head unit and slide it into the sleeve, and it will clip permanently into place. If you ever need to remove the head unit, all you do is put your keys into it. It will pop it free of the sleeve and you can pull it out like this. So here's the other end of the illumination cable, and I put a spade terminal on it. Here I have the light that sits in the ashtray, and since I never use the ashtray, there's no point in having a light in it. So what I'm going to do here is unplug it and then plug the illumination cable in there. Now when I turn the lights on at night, you can see my radio dims like it should. Alright, now that the stereo is installed, let's go for a drive. So hey guys, we're going to start a new segment here on the show. What I want you to do is send me pictures of your current project and a short summary. Send it to adredas@aol.com and we'll feature them here on the show. I hope to hear from you. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.